Hi, I'm Attorney Pandeli, and I'm a lawyer for Attorney LLC. And the question that was posed to us was how to come to the United States and what are the avenues to come to the United States. Of course, it's a very broad question and it's impossible to get it right. But with this answer, I'd like to provide a fundamental aspect of immigration law and how it works. Okay, and so for people that are outside of the US trying to come to the US, now you have two general types of visas, you have two general types of processes. One is an immigrant intent and one is a non-immigrant intent. So it's really based on your intent and what you plan to do. Do you plan to come to the US and reside, live, make a life, or work, or do you plan to come to the US for a temporary period of time? And sometimes you can come to the US for a temporary period of time and work and then return. And there's also like these dual intent type visas, which give you the ability to say, well, I will come and I'll stay for some time, but my intention is to return at the end of my engagement, whether it's work related or business related or what have you. And so then the way it works is you have two types of ways in which you apply to the United States. Okay, so one of them is an application, meaning that you, as a person trying to visit or immigrate to the United States, make an application on your own. And the second one is petition-based, meaning that someone else has to petition or someone else has to do it on your behalf. You cannot do it on your own. And so the visas that you can do it on your own are, for example, visitor visas, or sometimes you have what's called extraordinary ability visas, which some of these visas like EB2 include national interest waivers, things like that. These are things that an applicant can do it by himself or herself. And so on the flip side, when you have visas that require you to have a basis in the United States and to have either a relationship in the United States or, well, that relationship could be family-based or work-based. And so you have a work-based visa, in which case the sponsor would be, or the petitioner would be, the employer. And on the flip side, you have family-based visas and petitions, where a family member, which is a US citizen or a permanent resident, can actually petition on your behalf, meaning they can ask the government to give you an immigration benefit. And so these are the different routes. Okay, so you have immigrant, non-immigrant, and then you're applying or someone is petitioning on your behalf. And then at that point, the application or the petition could be started either, well, typically applications are started even from the country where you live, and those are made to the US Embassy. Or on the flip side, petitions are typically started inside of the US, where your petitioner, whether it's work-related or family-related, they petition to what's called USCIS, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. And then for a lot of these types of visas, there's a play where USCIS, which is one of the agencies that governs immigration and citizenship in the United States, and the Department of State, which governs the relationships of the United States with the outside world, and that also governs embassies and consulates outside of the US, they play together. So for example, if a petitioner, let's say that your wife or your mother is in the United States and they're a US citizen, and they try to petition on your behalf to the USCIS, then first USCIS comes and says, okay, we approve the petition. Now they hand it off to the Department of State, and the Department of State then proceeds with the interview that's needed or any kind of investigations that are needed, and the rest of the paperwork to give the person a visa so that they can travel to the United States. So that is a general view of how US immigration works. Again, because there's no attorney-client relationship, nothing I say should be taken as legal advice. This is for informational purposes only. This is Attorney Pandeli, and I'm a lawyer with Attorney LLC. Thank you for watching.